However, even though you have the power of the Holy Dragon, you don't seem to know how to use it. This great opportunity was wasted in vain. Chui looked at Yang Kai mockingly. That's why Shui Lian can easily remove the inner core and take it back. If not, he would be dead. A trace of embarrassment appeared on Yang Kai's face. This so-called origin of the Holy Dragon was obtained in the Inheritance Cave with Su Yan when he was in the High Heaven Pavilion. After many years, Yang Kai realized that it was the inheritance left by the two founders of Dragon Phoenix Palace in Tongxuan Continent. But for so many years, Yang Kai has never used it to do anything. Only when he was doing dual cultivation with Su Yan, the golden dragon pattern engraved on his body would become more active. Chui said that he wasted this great opportunity. It was not wrong. Let's not talk about it. The holy spirits of the ancient times, each of them had divine abilities, and each was the emperor of the monster race. Among them, the dragon and the phoenix were the most important. But I don't know why these ancient holy spirits disappeared. There are rumors that a great battle has occurred between them. 99% of the holy spirits have fallen. There are also rumors that they are hidden. As for the real situation, no one knows. After the disappearance of the ancient holy spirit, some other powerful monster races took the dominant position. These monster races were all called ancient variation, or wild variation species. Bloody flood dragon, heavenly moon demon spider, nine-winged tiger. All belong to this category. Although the wild variation only appeared after the holy spirit disappeared, some powerful wild variations are actually not inferior to the holy spirit, and some even have passed them. Moreover, some wild variation species still exist in the world today, of course. This is the bloodline that has been passed down from generation to generation, and it has not really survived from ancient times to the present day. The bloodline of Shui Lian and the origin power that Qinglua possesses are all wild variation, right? Yang Kai asked humbly. Indeed. Chui nodded. That's why this palace master said that Qingluo's future achievements will be brighter than this palace master. What she possesses is a complete source of the origin power, not like this palace master, who just inherited a weak blood. Me and her can also be said to be a family. You should understand what position Qingluo holds in the heart of this palace master. The kid no. Yang Kai nodded sternly. Let's talk about the Holy Spirit. Chui was very satisfied with Yang Kai's attitude. As I said just now, in the Holy Spirit. Among the Holy Spirit, the dragon and the phoenix are the best. And among the dragons, the golden holy dragon is the highest ranking. What you inherited is the origin power of the golden holy dragon. Golden holy dragon. Yang Kai's eyes narrowed. In short, the power you inherited. Even in the Holy Spirit, it is the most powerful. Now, you should understand how attractive it is to the lords of the monster race. Yang Kai nodded lightly, then smiled again suddenly. Senior can resist this temptation, the kid really admired. If there is no Qingluo, you think this palace master will talk nonsense to you? Kai Yu Chao's face was cold, and she seemed a bit unwilling. If there was no Qingluo, this palace master would have cramped you for a long time. Hee hee. Yang Kai smiled. It's just that this palace master is also very curious. How many % of the origin of the holy dragon you have inherited? Kai looked at Yang Kai with a great interest, carefully scanning his divine consciousness, looking suspicious. I don't know. Yang Kai shrugged his shoulders. Hey, that's weird. Chui suddenly seemed to have discovered something. Her pretty face became even more curious. Why? There seem to be two origin powers of the Holy Spirit in your body. One is the origin of the Holy Dragon before. There is another force. Senior talking about this? Yang Kai frowned, and without thinking, drew out the dragon bone verdant sword. Saint Yuan poured in it. Accompanied by the sound of the dragon roar, the green dragon immediately hovered over Yang Kai's head, looking down on Chui condescendingly. Kai's phoenix-like eyes suddenly condensed, and she cried out, "Impossible, you still have this?" With her eyesight, it was natural to see that this is a secret treasure made from a piece of dragon bone, and it seems that there is also a dragon bead. and the faint dragon soul was still not annihilated. Caillou was shocked, her eyes turned red, and she was envious and fearful for the opportunity Yonkai had. Obviously he is just a human race, why does he have the opportunity to make all monster races fearful? This is your trump card? Chui gasped, feeling the dragon power oncoming, and the thin blood of the heavenly moon demon spider in her body was about to move again, and it took a long time to calm the excitement, and her expression was complicated. If your trump card is just this, I would advise you not to take yourself too seriously. With the power of this secret treasure, you may be invincible under the Void King realm, but the Void King realm, it is not something that the Void Return stage can resist. Yonkai smiled, non-committal. The kid still has a card. Caillou was really shocked. What kind of freak was this kid? Yonkai looked at Caillou lightly. He knew that what Chui felt just now was not the dragon bone sword, but the remnant soul of the Ice Phoenix. It's just that the residual Ice Phoenix soul is not owned by him, it is only temporarily attached to himself, that belongs to Su Yan. Yonkai would rather expose the dragon bone sword than let Caillou detect the existence of the Ice Phoenix. If Chui knew this, he would not know how she would feel. Forget it, put it away. If you do this again, I'm afraid that this palace master will be tempted to take action against you, Chui said sternly. Yonkai responded and took the dragon bone sword into his body. Caillou sat there, her mood was still ups and downs, she didn't speak for a long time, and Yonkai didn't want to irritate her rashly, so he could only stand there and wait. After a full cup of tea time, Caillou raised her head again, looking at Yonkai, with a weird smile on her face, and asked without hurried, "Boy, do you want to dig deeper into the origin of the holy dragon in your body?" After saying this, Yonkai's eyes lit up. Senior has a way? Haha, do you think this palace master can do it? Chui smiled slyly. Just now in your battle with Shui Lian, this palace master saw from the beginning to the end. Yes, your physical quality is really not small, it is stronger than Shui Lian. This palace master doesn't know exactly how you tempered your body, it must have something to do with the colorful light. But if you can exert the power of the golden holy dragon, your physical fitness will be even better. It is even comparable to the real golden holy dragon. Yangka's eyes became brighter. That's an indestructible existence. Chiu's words were full of strong temptation. Yangka's longing was instantly annihilated, and he looked at Caillou vigilantly, and hesitated. Senior has something to say, just say it directly, don't need to be so roundabout. The kid admits that he is very interested in what you said, and he can pay a price to get it. But also ask Senior to tell the kid clearly, what do you want me to do? If it is too embarrassing, then forget it. Good. Caillou yelled, talking to a smart person is not tiring. Well, there is something this palace master need for you to help. You can choose to refuse or agree, all voluntary. Senior, please tell me. Have you heard of the blood prison smelting trial of Green Hills Star? I've heard of it. Yonkai's expression was weird. He had naturally heard of the blood prison smelting trial. He had left Xiantong and others at Green Hills Star before, waiting for the blood prison smelting trial to start. Could it be that what Chui said is related to this? Although the blood prison smelting trial is so famous that it has attracted experts from the entire Star Territory's Third Order Void Return stage to participate, the experts on Monster Emperor Star are monster races after all. It is impossible to head to Green Hills Star blatantly, right? If you really did this, there would be no fruit to eat, just like the monster races on Monster Emperor Star didn't want to see human race. Human race wouldn't wait to see them either. Since you've heard of it, it's easy to explain. Chui smiled with satisfaction. This palace master needs you to go to Green Hills Star, enter the blood prison, and find something for this palace master to bring back. What are you looking for? Void Mind Crystal. Caillou sipped. What is that? Yonkai frowned. A kind of thing that can only be condensed by a strong person in the Third Order Void King realm. You can think of it as the crystallization of that strong person's spirit. After the death of the strong person at this level, the Void Mind Crystal will be left behind. Of course, what I want you to find is a void mind crystal left by a top expert who was born in my monster emperor star. Its body is actually an inner core. Inner core? Yes, you should have heard of the origin of the blood prison smelting trial. It was the battlefield after a dozen or 20 Void King realm powerhouses fought. They were almost wiped out. The battlefield was filled with the domain power of the Void King realm powerhouse. That's why it attracts so many third-order Void Return stage cultivators to the trial. A powerful lord of my monster race participated in that battle, but he fell in the blood prison. I want you to take his Void Mind Crystal out for me. You want me to take it? Yongkai frowned. By the way, Mitian and Shuilian are coming to the palace at this time. Aren't they going to participate in the blood prison smelting trial? He suddenly realized this, and counting the days, the blood prison smelting trial is not far away. It happened that the little young master of Lord Thousand Eyes and the son of Lord Blood Flood came to Caillou Palace together. And seeing Caillou mentioned the blood prison smelting trial again at this juncture. How could Yongkai not think that there is something to do with this? Yes, they will go to participate. This is why they come to the palace to gather together. Because only here can you safely go to the blood prison. In addition, not only them, but also Qingla, Yushang, Ba He will participate, and there are 2 other rookies from the monster race that you have never seen before, and now they are coming soon too. Since so many people are going to participate, why should I go to get it? Yongkai squinted at Caillou, sneered, is it dangerous? Participating in the blood prison smelting trial is a dangerous move in itself. Haven't you heard that the strong man who enters the blood prison will fall for more than half? As for taking the void mind crystal, there must be danger, but since you're so arrogant, are you still afraid of mere danger? The kid has only one life, so naturally I want to cherish it. I also ask Senior to answer the question just now. Yangkai looked at Caillou stubbornly. To be continued.